Yes.
So I'm studying about the
No.
plaza.
No. Yeah.
Well, tell me about yourself.
Do you want me to answer one of these? Huh. It's just
Well,
mean to.
maybe we just start our maybe with questions.
Okay. Sure. Um,
Number one.
Number one?
Heritage
Mhm.
how to incorporate into your art.
Right. Okay. I feel that I come from a heritage of from the Mesoamerican civilizations. They incorporate art in all that their environments, their pyramids where they lived. They decorated them with very colorful wildlife and things that patterns. So the paintings, the pyramids were decorated with color and imagery. Even though today we see them as just stone, in the past they were fully decorated in with art. And then after that, there was a period in the beginning of last century where Mexican muralists began to decorate all of the government buildings. So there were three very famous muralists: is Diego Rivera, Jose Clemente Orozco, and David Alfredo Siqueiros, who were very they became very famous for their large murals. So I think that is the heritage that I have learned, and I feel that it's with me, that I somehow comes through me and into my art. I also came from San Luis Potosi, and I lived in the countryside of San Luis Potosi, so I'm very close to the land and to the to nature. So I feel like that also is part of my art. I feel very connected to the earth, to nature, and I try to also incorporate that into my art.
That's wonderful. Number two, which one of your artwork is strongly representative of heritage?
You know, I don't think I can. I think it's accumulation of all of them. Each one of them is different. I don't think there's one particular painting that I could say this is the strongest one that reflects my heritage. Perhaps there is one piece that is owned by Dr. Alba de Leon. She is a professor at Palo Alto College, where I went to, and I don't even know if we have titled it, but it's a painting where it shows, it's kind of like a self-portrait, but it depicts me coming out of, it's a little surrealist. It depicts me coming out of a stone Olmec head, like walking down the lattice and walking through a road, and then moving into a different type of environment or landscape, which means that's the United States. So it's kind of like my description of in a painting of how I came from Mexico and I came to the United States. And in the background you see the tower of the University of Texas in Austin. So that's kind of like I guess that would be the strongest painting if I had to choose one that reflects my heritage. Do I have a picture of it?
The title.
Of the title? You know, I'm really bad about titling it. You have a picture? I can try to find a picture of it, and I'll send it to you. I will send it to you later if I don't find it, but I don't have it right now, unless I can try to search for it. But I don't know if I can find it. And if it takes me too long, we can move on, and I'll send it to you a little bit later.
Yes,
I can email it to you? Sure. Yeah, yes, absolutely. We can do that.
medium. One more.
Can you also include the medium and what
I
year?
will
Sure.
have to use for the plastic.
Sure. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. The medium is oil on canvas. I mean, that's but I'll send it to you.
Where is it?
It's owned in it's her private collection. It's her private collection. I
What
will.
was her name again?
The,
For
Of the collection.
her private collection. Alba de Leon, Dr. Alba de Leon's. It's her own. It's at her house. Yeah. Let's see if I can almost. I think I'm almost there. So many photos. Do you want to move on to the next question, or do you want to number three?
What is your preference in medium?
It's it depends. It depends on the. I paint a lot of murals outside, or so in that case I like to use acrylic paint. If it happens to be on metal, then I use oil paint, but not oil enamel paint. And for my paintings, which I paint for myself, as if I paint a landscape for home on a canvas, I usually paint in oil, in traditional oil paints. Yes. I'm working yesterday, but sometimes I wash my hands and it's like whatever comes off, the next day, it just moves on to the next day. What was I working on? I work on a lot of commercial jobs, and this is I paint a lot of restaurants. Here at the Pearl, I'm painting a mural at La Gloria restaurant, the Gloria restaurant. But yesterday I was working in a town called Kennedy. It's over towards Floresville. It's a meat market. So I'm painting a landscape of like Texas Longhorns and blue bonnets on the meat market, on the wall of the meat market, making it look attractive for clients and things like that. Yes.
Any exhibition of your artwork?
No, not right now. I'm not a. So a long time ago, I decided to move away from exhibiting my work. When you're an artist and you work towards having exhibitions, there's a lot of time spent in creating the work for that exhibition. And when you have the exhibition, it's so it's so, what is the word? It's not for sure that you're gonna sell any of your paintings. There's a possibility that you sell some of your paintings, but there's a possibility you don't sell any of your paintings. And there is a lot of let's just say socializing and acting and catering to rich donors or rich people that I got tired of it. I got tired of that, being in that gallery and drinking wine and talking to them to sell a painting. So I was like, it's not my thing. So I decided to focus on murals to businesses, which I go and say, can I paint a mural for you? And they say yes, and it's for sure that I'm gonna get paid. A commission? Yeah, yes, but not. A commission is it's a painting that they ask you, can you paint this for me, and you paint it, and I see it more like it's a contract. It's a job. You know what I mean? It's okay. I'm gonna paint this. It's gonna cost this much. You're gonna pay me this a third at the beginning, third halfway, and third when it's done, and you get it done, and you move to the next one. You know what I mean? So. After 30 years, it's continuously busy. Luckily, people ask me, how do you do it? What if I don't know that I'm gonna have a job 6 months from now, but there's been a continuous jobs for the last 6 years. There's not a time where I don't have a job. So a lot of times I have probably 3 murals at the same time, three jobs. So it's like I'll go 4 hours to one, 4 hours to another, and then the next day I'll switch it up, alternate it, and go. So, and that also.
Can you email me?
Can I send you? Sure. Yes. Yes. I will send them to you. Yes. Yes. Oh, the painting. Yes. Okay. Right. Right. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Okay. So this couple. This was a commission. This was actually a commission. This is a commission. Yes. So these are the parents of Alba de Leon. I guess Alba de Leon is one of my one of my patrons. She buys some of my work, and she's commissioned some of her work. These are her parents, Alba de Leon's parents. They lived on South Presa Street here in San Antonio, and this was their home. Actually, no, this was not their home. Their home was right next to this. They bought their home, and then they bought the house next to it. And on the house next to their home, they had an antique shop. They sold antique furniture. So there was a sign. I'm sorry?
A student at UTSA?
Wait, was I a student at UTSA? How did it come to become the collection about UTSA? It's at one point when Dr. Romo was the president, Arturo Almeida was in charge of looking around San Antonio and knowing artists, and they purchased artworks that they thought reflected San Antonio. And I think this painting reflects the homes around San Antonio and the people around San Antonio. So I had it in an exhibit, and actually it wasn't her home. It was in Alba de Leon's home, and Arturo Almeida visited Alba de Leon, and he told her this painting needs to be in the collection of UTSA because people need to see it. People in San Antonio need to see it. Now that I think about it, so Alba de Leon, because this was a painting so important to them, she consulted her family, because this was going to stay in the family, and they said, what do you think? Should we keep this painting, or should we do what they're asking us to do, which is donate it to UTSA so more people could see it, so it could be preserved in a professional setting, in a professional gallery, and they will take care of it for even longer than we as a family might be able to. So she donated it to UTSA, and so but it's kind of interesting because now that I think about it, they did have a sign in the front that said antiques, but I think subconsciously, me and Alba, and playfully, we thought that it kind of also spoke to them, to the parents, which are older, you know, and it's like they're antiques themselves, you know. So it was a little bit of a play in words. How does it mean? How does this heritage?
I thought that meant heritage. Like that represented heritage. Idea.
Heirlooms, yeah, and heritage. Yeah, I don't necessarily know if we were that was the connection we were making. You know, the heritage. I think that it was selling antiques was their they took a lot of pride in it, and that's because they come from people that are very self-sufficient. You know what I mean? They were older, and they still saw themselves as merchants. They still every day they brought out their antiques, they brought out plants, they sold them, and they were hard workers. So that if anything, I say that's part of the heritage. You know what I mean? The hard working that I don't take. I don't need anybody to take care of me. I can take care of myself. So that's the heritage that I see. That's how I see heritage in them. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. I'm very
It's that book that Almeda gave me.
okay. Very very proud of it. Yeah. Yeah. Arturo Infante Almeida. Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. Does the mural painted warrior commission generally represent for? I think that represents the nurturing. You know how we as Hispanics like to nurture. How we nurture each other through food. You know what I mean? We take care of each other through food. We take a lot of care in the food that we make, and it's an expression of love. And also that mural, it also reflects the color, our love for color. You know what I mean? The in what they're dressed, and also how we also take special care to make our food also look colorful. You know what I mean? There is some foods, for example, chile en nogada. It's a pepper that is stuffed with meat inside and is covered with a creamy white sauce. The pepper is green, the sauce is white, and then they sprinkle it with red pomegranate seeds. So it also looks like the color of the Mexican flag. So we even in food, we like to decorate it in a colorful way, you know. So so the mural was also reflective of how even in food we like to be colorful. So that we tried to make that mural a very colorful mural, a very nurturing mural. The heritage of Mexico through food? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Have you painted more like that?
Have I painted more like that? Yeah, I think so. We painted we painted. There's a mural at the airport which we painted, and it is also like that at La Gloria at the airport. So it's also about taking care of each other. You know what I mean? So in the mural at the airport was about like the hands of angels protecting the people that are traveling, but also through food as well, kind of like connecting that.
But if
I want to visit the mural.
Yes, yes.
Don't forget to email me that list
Okay, all right, yes.
with the addresses and everything.
Okay, yes. Do you have any